Welcome back to Qualcomm Pulse, where the news cycle never sleeps and the updates are always hot. We're diving headfirst into a whirlwind of breaking developments that are shaping our world at lightning speed. Get ready for some unmissable insights that you won't find anywhere else. First up, we're dissecting a high-stakes financial maneuver that has everyone talking. A major player making a significant bet on a tech giant. Is this a strategic masterstroke or a risky gamble with massive implications? We'll break down the details and explore the potential fallout. Then, we're shifting gears to uncover a political drama unfolding behind the scenes. A classified meeting with a vital intelligence agency has been abruptly canceled, sparking questions about transparency and influence. Who pulled the strings, and what does this mean for oversight? We've got the inside scoop. And that's not all. We're also exploring a groundbreaking initiative that's bringing cutting-edge technology directly into the heart of a community. Discover how this partnership is set to revolutionize access to learning and opportunity. Finally, we're wrapping up with a look at a global financial move that's raising eyebrows and sparking debate about national interests and corporate responsibility. Stick around, because you don't want to miss a second of this. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. A tech titan's gamble, patriotism or profit? This story delves into a significant financial decision that could redefine a major technology company's trajectory and spark broader economic debate. Charlie Gasparino and Lydia Moynihan are cutting through the noise to analyze a complex financial move involving a prominent political figure's substantial investment in Intel. This isn't just about stock prices. It's a deep dive into the intersection of national interests, corporate strategy, and the very definition of smart investment in a rapidly evolving global market. Gasparino doesn't pull any punches, launching a sharp critique against what he perceives as corporate hypocrisy and politically motivated posturing disguised as sound business decisions. He's calling out the performative aspects he believes are driving these choices, suggesting that some actions are more about optics than actual economic benefit. Moynihan, on the other hand, brings a different perspective, championing a populist viewpoint. She raises a crucial question. After years of public investment and support, shouldn't taxpayers finally see a tangible return on their contributions? This taps into a sentiment that the benefits of national technological advancement should be more directly shared with the citizens who helped fund it. The discussion spans from the ambitious visions of sovereign wealth funds, which aim to leverage national assets for long-term financial gain, to the inherent risks and volatility within the global bond market, which is described as a ticking time bomb. Their unfiltered takes aim to provide a clear, no-holds-barred analysis of the potential consequences and motivations behind these high-stakes decisions. The investment in Intel, a company at the forefront of semiconductor manufacturing, is particularly noteworthy. Semiconductors are the backbone of modern technology, and ensuring domestic production capabilities has become a key geopolitical objective for many nations. A substantial investment in a company like Intel, therefore, carries implications far beyond the immediate financial returns. It touches upon national security, economic competitiveness, and the future of technological innovation. The conversation explores whether this move is a shrewd bet on Intel's future success and its critical role in global supply chains, or a potentially misguided allocation of resources influenced by factors other than pure market logic. The reporters are exploring the nuances of corporate responsibility, the role of government in strategic industries, and the delicate balance between fostering innovation and ensuring financial prudence. Viewers can expect a thorough examination of the potential upsides, such as bolstering domestic chip production and securing technological independence, as well as the potential downsides, including the risk of financial loss and the precedent it sets for future government-industry interactions. This segment is designed to provoke thought and discussion about who truly benefits when major financial decisions are made at the intersection of politics and industry. This situation has ignited a firestorm of debate online, with strong opinions on both sides regarding the wisdom and implications of this significant investment. But is this investment a strategic masterstroke, or a risky gamble with potentially global repercussions? Stay tuned as we uncover the full story. Government billions, cronyism or crucial investment. This reveals a powerful co-founder's strong criticism of a massive government investment in a leading tech firm, questioning the nature of the deal. Joe Lonsdale, a prominent figure in the tech and venture capital world as the co-founder of Palantir and a managing partner at 8VC, has voiced significant concerns regarding the U.S. government's substantial $8.9 billion investment in Intel. Lonsdale articulated his discomfort on CNBC's Squawk Box, characterizing the government's direct equity stake in one of the nation's largest chip manufacturers as an unusual and potentially problematic development. He expressed that it is indeed peculiar for the government to acquire ownership in a private enterprise, and equally unusual for it to allocate such vast sums of money to a single company. Lonsdale did not hesitate to label the transaction as a form of cronyism, a practice where benefits are unfairly extended to allies or well-connected entities. This significant funding package originates from the U.S. CHIPS and Science Act, a legislative measure enacted in 2022 with the explicit aim of bolstering domestic semiconductor manufacturing capabilities and reducing the country's dependence on foreign supply chains. Intel has indicated that the government's equity stake will be financed through specific mechanisms, though the precise details of this financing arrangement remain a focal point of discussion. What makes this particular Intel deal stand out is its occurrence outside of a declared financial crisis or national emergency. Historically, government equity stakes in private companies have been relatively rare, typically reserved for situations of economic distress, such as the 2008 financial crisis, when the government temporarily took ownership in banks and automotive companies. In contrast, this investment comes at a time when Intel is actively striving to enhance its advanced chip production, aiming to close the gap with industry leaders like Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, TSMC, and Samsung. But the company is not on the brink of collapse. This context raises critical questions about whether this Intel deal could set a precedent for a broader shift in U.S. industrial policy. Kevin Hassett, a former director of the National Economic Council, defended the administration's decision, suggesting to CNBC that similar investments might become more common across various sectors. He drew a parallel between this stake and the function of a sovereign wealth fund, which many nations utilize for direct investment in industries and companies, with profits eventually being distributed to citizens. If Hassett's prediction holds true, the Intel deal could signify the inception of a new governmental approach to industrial investment, blurring the traditional lines between subsidies, financial bailouts, and direct equity ownership. While Lonsdale expressed reservations about what he perceives as preferential treatment, he acknowledged a potential justification: national security. He stated that he would be more amenable to such an investment if it could be unequivocally linked to the objective of securing America's technological independence. The deal represents a significant financial boost for Intel, strengthening its financial position as it embarks on an ambitious expansion of its manufacturing facilities, including major projects in Arizona and Ohio. Furthermore, the investment signals that the U.S. government views Intel as a pivotal player, a national champion in the global semiconductor competition. For investors, however, the implications are twofold. On one hand, government backing could mitigate risks, effectively making Intel a strategically vital entity that is too big to fail. On the other hand, it introduces concerns about political influence, the establishment of potentially problematic precedents, and the possibility of Washington favoring specific companies in the private market. Ultimately, the Intel deal is seen by many as a manifestation of a burgeoning era of techno-nationalism, where semiconductors are viewed not merely as commercial goods, but as critical geopolitical assets. Amidst escalating U.S.-China tensions and the lingering effects of supply chain disruptions, the U.S. government appears prepared to explore direct ownership as a means to ensure chip security. However, Lonsdale's cautionary remarks suggest that a segment of the investment community in Silicon Valley may remain hesitant about what they perceive as an encroaching trend of industrial favoritism. Critics argue that if government equity stakes become commonplace rather than exceptional, it could distort market competition and blur the distinction between free market capitalism and state-controlled economic systems. Industry analysts are divided, with some hailing it as a necessary step for national security and others warning of market distortions. But could this landmark deal pave the way for a new era of government intervention in the market? And what happens when political pressure impacts intelligence oversight? Intelligence oversight under fire. A senator's meeting canceled amidst controversy. This story highlights a significant political clash, where a classified meeting with a spy agency is called off following public criticism from a controversial figure. The top-ranking Democrat on the Senate Intelligence Committee has revealed that a crucial classified meeting with a key U.S. spy agency was abruptly canceled. The reasons cited for the cancellation? Criticism leveled against the meeting by Laura Loomer, a figure widely described as a far-right conspiracy theorist. This development represents a concerning escalation in what appears to be a concerted effort, particularly from elements associated with the Trump administration, to impede Congress's constitutional role in overseeing the nation's intelligence apparatus. Senator Mark Warner of Virginia expressed his dismay and concern, posing a rhetorical question: is congressional oversight dead? He directly challenged Loomer's perceived authority over the intelligence community, questioning whether she now holds positions equivalent to Secretary of Defense or Director of National Intelligence. Loomer herself has previously taken credit for influencing significant government actions, including the State Department's decision to suspend visas for wounded Palestinian children seeking medical treatment in the U.S. She has also been linked to several staff changes within the administration, often based on accusations of insufficient loyalty to former President Trump. Loomer's public profile is marked by a history of controversial statements, including racist and anti-Islamic remarks on social media. Notably, she once shared a video promoting the conspiracy theory that 9/11 was an inside job. The National Geospatial-Intelligence Agency, NGA, while perhaps less publicly recognized than agencies like the CIA or NSA, plays a vital role in collecting and analyzing imaging intelligence, including satellite imagery, which is critical for military and intelligence operations. The director of the NGA reports to both the Director of National Intelligence and the Secretary of Defense. Senator Warner stated that he has participated in more than a dozen similar meetings with the NGA and other intelligence agencies throughout his career, spanning both Republican and Democratic presidencies, including during Donald Trump's initial term in office. His objective for this planned meeting was to discuss the NGA's utilization of artificial intelligence and other pertinent matters. In a social media post on a Sunday, Loomer detailed the planned meeting and directed criticism towards both Senator Warner and Vice Adam Frank Whitworth, the current director of the NGA, who was appointed to his position by the Biden administration. Loomer claimed in her post that the NGA is infested with Trump haters. In a subsequent post on Tuesday, Loomer asserted responsibility for exposing the meeting and called upon Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth to dismiss Whitworth. Senator Warner indicated his belief that the meeting was canceled by Hegseth's office. However, the Pentagon issued a statement asserting that the visit was not canceled, but rather rescheduled, citing a need to accommodate bipartisan participation in the town hall event. Spokespeople for the NGA and for the Director of National Intelligence declined to provide comment on the matter. Loomer also did not respond to requests for comment. Despite former President Trump's efforts to downplay Loomer's influence, a growing number of administration officials have reportedly resigned or been dismissed following her public criticisms. Examples include Jen Easterly, the former head of the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, who was removed from a post at the U.S. Military Academy, and Air Force Gen Tim Haw, formerly the director of the NSA and the Pentagon's Cyber Command. Dr. Vinay Prasad, a key figure at the Food and Drug Administration involved with vaccine oversight, also stepped down from his position after facing criticism from Loomer, although he later returned to his post a few weeks thereafter. The State Department's decision to suspend all visitor visas for individuals from Gaza, pending a review, followed Loomer's social media posts highlighting children from Gaza arriving in the U.S. for medical treatment and questioning the legitimacy of their visas. The administration subsequently announced a new, more restrictive visa policy for Gaza. This incident raises serious questions about the integrity of congressional oversight and the potential for external, non-governmental actors to influence national security matters. Social media reactions range from outrage over the cancellation to concerns about the precedent set for intelligence agency oversight. But as political influence seemingly dictates intelligence access, a different kind of partnership is making headlines. Prepare for a story about innovation reaching the community level. AI for All. Baltimore opens world's first community AI lab. This initiative brings state-of-the-art artificial intelligence technology and training directly into a community, aiming to bridge the digital divide. Baltimore is making a significant leap into the future with the inauguration of the world's first AI computer resource lab, a groundbreaking project spearheaded by Mayor Brandon Scott in collaboration with NWN and Intel. This innovative facility, developed in partnership with the Baltimore Recreation and Parks Department, is designed to provide residents with unprecedented access to cutting-edge AI tools and invaluable training opportunities. Jim Sullivan, president and CEO at NWN, expressed immense pride in bringing this advanced technology and educational programming directly to the Baltimore community. He emphasized that the lab signifies more than just access to powerful computational resources. It serves as a powerful engine for empowering both students and seniors with the essential skills needed to thrive in an increasingly digital world. The lab is outfitted with advanced AI-powered computers, with Intel technology forming the core of its processing capabilities, and is expertly managed by NWN. Its mission extends beyond mere technological provision. It aims to function as a vibrant community hub dedicated to fostering digital literacy, supporting career development, and driving local innovation. Mayor Scott highlighted the city's existing positive relationship with NWN and expressed his enthusiasm for this expansion into recreation centers and youth programs. He underscored the lab's commitment to providing the best technology to the city's youth and community members, recognizing their right to access such advanced resources. Residents will gain access to state-of-the-art technology complemented by a carefully tailored curriculum. This curriculum is designed to build foundational knowledge in the rapidly expanding field of artificial intelligence. Critically, this resource will be available right within their neighborhoods at absolutely no cost to them. By offering this accessible platform, the city aims to actively work towards bridging the digital divide, thereby creating expanded opportunities for learning, education, and job training. This initiative builds upon previous successful collaborations, including a partnership with the Baltimore Ravens and the Greenmount Recreation Center to host the inaugural AI Athletics Day. That event successfully introduced young people to the diverse applications of AI across sports, education, and their everyday lives, demonstrating the tangible impact of these technologies. The Qualcomm Pulse Awards, which celebrate excellence in global education technology, particularly emphasize workforce development, AI integration, and innovative learning solutions across all educational levels. Furthermore, the ETIH Innovation Awards 2026 are now open for submissions, seeking to recognize companies, platforms, and individuals who are spearheading transformation within the sector. This includes advancements in AI-driven assessment tools, personalized learning systems, upskilling solutions, and digital platforms that connect learners with real-world outcomes. Submissions are welcomed from organizations across the UK, the Americas, and internationally. Entries are expected to showcase measurable impact, whether within K-12 classrooms, higher education institutions, or lifelong learning environments. The winners of the ETIH Innovation Awards will be announced on January 14, 2026, as part of an online showcase featuring expert commentary on emerging trends and standout innovations. All recognized winners and finalists will also be prominently featured in the inaugural print magazine, scheduled for distribution at BETT 2026. Community leaders and participants are expressing excitement about the potential for skill development and future career opportunities. From high-stakes investments to community empowerment, the world of tech and policy is constantly evolving. That's all the news for today on Qualcomm Pulse. That's a wrap on today's essential updates. We covered a major Intel investment sparking debate, a senator's canceled meeting raising oversight questions, Baltimore's pioneering AI community lab, and a look at global financial plays. Don't miss out on what's next. Hit that like button, subscribe to Qualcomm Pulse for more deep dives, ring the notification bell, and join the conversation in the comments below. And be sure to follow us on all social platforms for real-time updates.